Unified champion Julian J-Rock Williams said, "Pump your brakes. There will be no December 14th Jarrett Hurd fight if he don't sign up for Vada testing." What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also, subscribe to the channel for the latest and greatest in boxing. If you want to become part of the gang notification gang, please hit the bell icon. Shout out to the Super Chats channel, donations, Venmo donations, and the Patreon family. We working. Now, I just did a video. Julian J-Rock Williams versus Jarrett Hurd is eyed for the Barclays Center, the home of PBC fights on the East Coast. And it's the day before the Philadelphia Eagles Washington Redskins NFL game. The reason that's important is J-Rock is a Muslim fighter from Philly, and he's a fan of the Eagles. And you have Jarrett Hurd, former champion, who's from the DMV area, and he's a fan of the Washington Redskins. So that's pretty dope strategic planning. But J-Rock just took to social media yesterday. He said, "Pump your brakes. There ain't gonna be no fight if we don't get this Vada testing rocking." J-Rock, he took to his page on Twitter. He says, "It will not be a fight on December 14th if Jarrett Hurd doesn't enroll in Vada testing ASAP. Everyone want to drag their feet when it's time to test. What's the holdup, bro?" Then he's arguing with somebody, and he says, "I'm in the WBC clean boxing program, and I have been for 2 years. Anybody can come test me at any time, even you, LOL." He said, "Because I'm not enrolled in Vada 365 testing, you're insinuating that I shouldn't be asking for testing prior to my fights. And if not, then what are you trying to insinuate?" He says, J-Rock says, "I've been tested 3 times, and since I've been in the program, and I don't want to spend money on being in the program if my opponents aren't in the same program and they're cycling on and off and testing when they want." Right? And J-Rock's trainer, Breadman, he actually took to his social media and kind of backed up his fighter in his words. He says, "I hope everyone hears this loud and clear. We are giving an immediate rematch in a fight that we clearly won and a title shot. We had to win a tough eliminator to get. We didn't ask him to come to Philly like they did to us in DC. All we want is extra testing, and no one is replying." Wow. Hopefully they get this figured out. J-Rock and his trainer, I don't doubt them at all. I think this should be mandatory for unified fights. It should be mandatory for high profile fights. It should be mandatory for big fights in general, boxing. We've seen people lose their lives. We've seen Dillian White fail a drug test in the UK and somehow get the clearance to continue fighting unbeknownst to his opponent in Oscar Rivas. And to me, that's foul. It should be like Floyd said back in the day to Pacquiao. He said, I didn't walk through no damn body. You know, I'll fight Pacquiao. I just want to fight Pacquiao on an even playing field. And that's how it should be. You know, what's the point of, you're not really testing your skill. You're not really proving who's the best if one person is cycling on and off like J-Rock is saying. You know, what does that really prove? We want to see what your body naturally produces, the endorphins, the adrenaline, the levels of testosterone that you're naturally able to produce, you know, the muscle growth, the recovery, the gains that you can naturally produce versus another person in that same scenario. Who's the better out of those two? But if somebody's getting an unfair advantage and they're able to, you know, 10x their workout results and gains and push their body, and they don't even have to take days off because they you know, turns them into a monster, a machine, and, you know, red white blood cell replenishment, and, you know, it's not fair at that point. So I think, you know, it's a high profile fight. I think this should be good. I think they just have to kind of go through the parameters. I don't know what's up with Jarrett Hurd. I seen photos and videos of him. He cut his hair and he's training. So hopefully they get it figured out. But J-Rock and his team have been consistent with this. They said this even before they became champions. They want to, if they win and stuff, they want people to be tested. They don't, you know. And with this day and age, with all the sports medicines and masking agents, I don't blame I don't blame fighters for pushing for this. You know, I think this should be mandatory. Like when I heard the Keith Thurman and Pacquiao fight might not have drug testing, I'm like, what the hell? You know, it's just a bad example, especially when you could lose your life, and we've seen it recently happen on more than one occasion just this year. So I think all the fighters should do the right thing, lead by example, show these younger fighters that, you know, ongoing, this is what people should be doing. Now, as far as the fight, it's a great fight. The first fight is a fight of the year. J-Rock, he did what a lot of people didn't think he could do. A lot of people just judge him off the Charlo loss, those types of things, but he came with it. And I like J-Rock. He kind of had a throwback approach, inside fighting, jab, having fun in there, like phone booth shit. He brought it to the bigger man and the bully. Now that Hurd knows what to expect, I can imagine he's going to try to make adjustments. He's already gotten rid of his old training team, and he's, you know, got his own. I don't even know who he's going to work with, but you know, he's going to be working with somebody. So I'm just looking forward to it. I think it'll be a good fight, but they got to get past this drug testing thing. And you know, I side with J-Rock on this. I think in big fights, it should happen. It got to happen. Let me know what you guys think. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. We working. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxing Ego, the future of boxing.